Now tell me you don't want to eat this. You remember the brand that launched those bronzers that were super deep, black owned, clean beauty that was available at Sephora? I'm talking about LYS. LYS has launched 2 new products. They were launched at separate times, but I ended up getting them both around the same time. So I waited to have everything I needed to be able to give you guys a full review. So today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new LYS stick foundations and the LYS loose powders. But before we jump into the video, if you are new to my channel, my name is Ohemaa. Welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, hey! Somebody got upset with me for not saying hey in one of my videos, and I thought, okay, I didn't think it was a big deal, but I'm gonna go back to saying it. Of course, everything I use in today's video will be tagged right here, so definitely check that little icon you see on the side of your screen. If it's not there, it's going to be down below in the description box. Both links are going to be affiliated, so anytime you click on it and you buy from it, you're going to be supporting your girl and you're going to be supporting this channel. Thank you. I know I generally don't say this on my channel, but if you've clicked this video and you've watched so far, or if you watched till the end and you find any kind of value in it, even if my voice annoys you after a certain point, but you got the info that you came here for, definitely go ahead and thumbs up the video. Do not thumbs down my video. Take it down into the comments and tell me what you don't like about the video or what you don't like in general. Like the video, okay? This is the brand new LYS Triple Fix Stick Foundation. It's supposed to be blurring, hydrating, long-lasting, natural finish, medium coverage, clean beauty, black-owned, and one of the first black-owned beauty brands to launch at Sephora. I'll pause for a round of applause. Comes with watermelon and green tea extracts as well as rose hip oil. But before we jump into the swatches of this gorgeous chocolate looking foundation that I'm probably gonna end up tasting just to see what it tastes like, LYS also launched setting powders. Okay, these are called the LYS Triple Fix Setting Powders. They come in 7 shades, including a translucent shade. They're saying that it locks in makeup. It's microfine, long lasting, has a natural finish, and it smooths and blurs your makeup. Of course, it's sounding very much like a finishing powder to me, but as I did some research, finishing powders could be setting powders, but setting powders can't be finishing powders. So we're gonna go ahead and see what these are all about. When you get the packaging and you take it off the top, this is what you see. You get 9 grams of product per purchase, and this is what it looks like. The top has this latch that you can use to open and close, and if you need to use it, you're just gonna pour the powder out. This is the shade Deep, and Deep looks like the shade that I generally use to set my concealer, so I'm probably gonna be using Deep to set my concealer today. I also want to go ahead and show you the other shades that come in the entire collection. This is the shade Translucent. Translucent is really not a white powder. It's more like a very light beige powder. This is what translucent looks like on the skin. And it definitely disappeared and blended in very, very nicely. Let's do it on my forehead. My forehead is a lot more shiny, so hopefully we can see the mattifying nature of this powder. And we can also tell that it doesn't leave a white cast on the skin. Look at this. LYS has been knocking it out of the park, okay? Next we have the shade Dark. Dark is looking bright. This is definitely a brightening shade for me. If I wanted to get some brightness, I will go in with the shade Dark. That way my face doesn't come out looking entirely too bright. Next is a medium shade called Ambition. The pink shade called Sincere. I might be able to use this, but I would rather just stick with Deep to give me that brightening look so I don't risk looking ashy. But if you're somebody who loves pink powders, this is the shade Sincere. And then this is her banana shade. It's called Brilliance, and Brilliance is what she calls a banana powder. Okay, banana, Deep, Dark. Dark is definitely a brightening shade on my skin tone, and Deep is going to be one that I try to, you know, set my product with. Let's go ahead and swatch this. This is the shade DPP6. Ooh, honey. Yeah, DPP6 is that girl. Like I'm gonna be able to use this to do something contour something. Okay, next we're going to DPN6. DPN is neutral, DPP is pink. DPN6 is what I thought would look like my skin tone. Oh, DPN6 has a slightly more neutral tone, but I feel like blended in it will look really good because my general shade in her range is DPN6. Next we have DPN4. Let's see what DPN4 can do for me. DPN4 is slightly on the lighter side, but very slightly though. It definitely matches the lighter parts of my face. As you can see, it's like completely disappeared into my skin. Last but not least, we have DPP1. DPP1 is going to be a slightly lighter shade on my skin tone. DPP6, DPN6, DPN4, and DPP1. These are the 4 deepest shades. This is DPN4. It kind of sort of matches, but it has a slightly olive looking undertone on my skin tone. So I'm discounting the 2 latest ones that I swatched, and we're just going to be working with these 2 shades. Discounting DPP1, which one of these 3 shades do you think will look beautiful blended into my skin? DPP6 is definitely a warmer tone product. We're going to blend in DPN6, and DPN6 matches the deeper parts of my face. You can see right here, DPN4 is too bright on the skin. DPN6 is a little bit too neutral, but these 2 mixed together might be the position that I fall in. I'm finding recently that I'm going to have to just get out of my habit of not wanting to mix shades. I'm gonna have to mix something for it to work. But I'm also very comfortable using a shade that might be considered a little bit too deep on my skin tone, because at the end it helps balance everything out. So if I had to choose between these 2 shades, I would definitely be choosing DPN6 instead of DPN4, because DPN4 will make my face look entirely too bright. Okay, so first we are going to moisturize the skin, because you just saw me wipe my face a few times trying out these products. I'm going in with the Nano Blur primer from Indeed Labs. Just gonna blend this in very quickly. I definitely put entirely too much on, like absolutely put entirely too much on. Definitely don't forget the nose or the under eyes, especially for somebody who feel like your makeup disappears off your under eyes, or if you have fine lines, definitely get them. The lines on my smile lines are like digging deeper, so I gotta make sure to cover that as well. And then just blend the rest of it all over my skin. This is the kind of primer you have to hurry up, blend it in, and leave it alone. It dries down very quickly, and I love that it doesn't leave like a white cast on my skin. Okay, let's play in some makeup. I don't know what this shade is gonna look like on my skin tone, so you know, we're gonna try it. What I'm gonna do is put 2 lines here. Because of the primer, the foundation has a hard time like gliding on. It is a mattifying primer, so it makes it a bit difficult for the product to move on the skin. Like, just keep that in mind. Of course, there's a stick foundation, so you need a base that is a little bit more not as matte as mine for it to blend in very easily. I'm blending DPN6 in with the brush that comes with the product. And like I said, remember this is a stick foundation, so if you're gonna use it, you definitely have to make sure that your skin is not entirely too matte for it, because if it's too matte, it's not gonna move, and you're gonna say, oh my god, this foundation does not something on my skin. I'm gonna go ahead and hydrate my skin a little bit with the Morphe Continuous Mist. Okay, I'm blending it in, just patting it in and everywhere that I feel like it will go. It matches the deeper parts of my face beautifully. If I blend it on my under eyes, you're definitely gonna say this is not my shade, but everywhere else it's looking beautiful. Does DPN6 look like it doesn't belong on my skin, or is it looking like a more balanced tone for my skin tone? I like DPN6. I like what it looks like on the skin. Let me know what you think. But I'm gonna go ahead and blend this on my face. Just because it is a stick foundation does not mean that you can't tap it in to blend it. You can definitely tap it to blend it. You don't have to drag it to blend. It's a natural finish stick foundation, so it's not gonna give you that glowy, radiant look that most stick foundations have, but this is what I have. This is what I'm working with. I love what this looks like. I really feel like once my skin balances out, DPN6 will melt beautifully into my tone. I'm still trying to get rid of the spots and the acne marks and all that. So I think that's what's causing this slight change in pigmentation that I got going on. I don't know what's happening. But as you can see, like blended in, it actually matches my skin very, very nicely. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about the shade. LYS has concealers. This is the Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. So first we'll go in with DPN4 and then we'll go in with DPP1 to help brighten everything out. Okay, we're gonna use our foundation blending brush to just blend the edges of all the concealers that we put down so everything is looking beautiful and seamless. I love the skin work. Do you see my skin? I want to go in with the deep setting powder because that's what I thought would look good on everything, but I'm kind of scared right now. Okay, let's see if it's gonna look okay. Oh my god, the design on this thing is a bit flawed for me. I'm going to have to pour it into cap, and when I do that, because every time I tilt it over, it's falling all over my table and I don't like that. If the little pokey things were not in this cover right here, if this thing wasn't in there, it would have given the powder a little bit of space to be able to come out and fill the well over here, so you can put your brush into it and pick it up. But because of the way that the lid is designed, because it was designed to fill in the little powder holes, it's making it very difficult to be able to turn it over and get the powder into the well. That being said, if you don't want a mess on your table, you're going to have to pour it into the cover. And once you pour it into the cover, I don't see how you can pour it back into the well and cover it without it making a mess. Like, that is my only complaint when it comes to the design. Let's go ahead and set. I'm gonna set the outer first just to see the kind of effect I get with it. It's definitely given. Okay, we're using the setting powder. This is the shade Deep. It's definitely given a natural look. I'm okay with that. This is my regular shade of setting powder, and if I needed something brighter, I would go in with the shade Dark. And I just love how flawless it's made my under eyes look right now. Setting powder will make or break your makeup. I don't care who you are. If your base is looking flawless and you go in with a wrong setting powder, it is over. Look at this. I'm going in with a deep setting powder. This is that deep setting powder. This is what it looks right now. I'm just adding some powder to kind of sort of act like I'm baking my under eyes. So it's giving me extra powder without it being too much. I also like to set my entire nose because my entire nose gets oily. This is what it looks like. This other under eye has not been set whatsoever. This is what it looks like for me doing like a natural tone setting powder. This is how I like my makeup. It looks really, really good. This setting powder is nice. Flawless. My under eyes look like I have a filter on. Let's go in with a little bit of the dark setting powder. Very bright. I'm kind of scared. I'm only going to put it in the inner corner of the face and just set over my skin tone setting powder. That way it doesn't make my face look entirely too bright. But if I initially go in with this setting powder, it's going to just not give me my desired look. I'll do a quick face routine, come back and finish this. This is my finished look using the LYS Triple Fix foundation stick and the Triple Fix setting powders. I love the look on this. Absolutely stunning. If you use me as a shade reference, DPN6 is the shade that I would choose because it balances out the deeper parts of my face beautifully. And with my concealer and my setting powder, you can see how gorgeous my face looks right now. If I use DPN4, my base would look entirely too light on my skin tone, and I absolutely hate that look. Did you know about these LYS Triple Fix foundation sticks and new loose setting powders? If you didn't, let me know down below in the comments if this video has helped you decide on whether or not to try these products out for yourself. If you already knew about them and you already picked it up, which shade did you pick up? Let me know down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Love you lots. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.